Hello, this is Super Pac-Man. This is actually a ROM that I dumped from the Steam version of, what is it, Pac-Man Museum Plus. There's a script that I got, I think, from GitHub that'll dump 5 of the ROMs, although Pac-Mania is one of them, but it doesn't quite run right in MAME. That's what I'm using to run this is MAME. Pac-Mania, like, I think it just stops after a while. I don't know. Anyway, but Super Pac-Man runs. Super Pac-Man is the 1982 attempted sequel to Pac-Man, made by the same guy, Toru Iwatani, who made Pac-Man. But he after finishing the game, he kind of felt that it wasn't quite as good. He didn't like the size that the Pac-Man grows to when he's in Super Pac-Man form, when he eats that green power pellet. This is what Wikipedia says. It cited 2 things that Iwatani ended up kind of disliking about the game he made. One was the size of Pac-Man after he eats the super power pellet. And besides that, he called the game just kind of boring. So, I guess he felt he hadn't really succeeded in making a good sequel to Pac-Man, and I always had tended to agree with him, so I never really tried to get into Super Pac-Man because it just looked so weird to me. I never really tried to get into it, but I figured, might as well. So, like, you can go into the... Oh, I did that wrong. You can go into the ghost... at any time, actually, but otherwise, to get through these pink doors, there's 2 ways you can get through. You can either get a key that opens, each key opens certain doors, or you can eat the green, and when you're in Super Pac form, you can just barge right through, any doors. And then you also get a chance at this star thing, which gives you bonus points depend upon what match you get there. I don't know, it's a pretty weird game, really. It feels pretty janky, just all together. Like, the sounds and graphics aren't nearly as smooth as Pac-Man's. The sounds are pretty bad, really. Oh, is that ghost just gonna be trapped there? So you can't eat the ghost while you're in just Super Pac-Man form. You need a regular power pellet, which you can have at the same time as the super pellet. But yeah, the green super pellet alone won't let you eat the ghost. You just go right through them without dying. Why are the ghosts going all slow there? I should have eaten that pellet. Oh, this is looking a little bleak. Sometimes the ghosts pause. I guess they reversed. I'm not really sure what triggers the bonus chance. Maybe it's eating a certain number of things. So here I've got both things. It is hard to see and steer around the maze when you're super, though. Oh, I forgot. There's also a button. So when you're super, when you're big, you can press a button to go faster. It's actually a little too fast, but I'll try to show that next level. That's weird. Oh, get your donuts. So much for healthy fruit. Whoa, you just start out. Oh, it's a bonus level. see, that was the time limit. Well, that was okay. Oh, get your burgers. No cholesterol problems here. Oh, I could have shown the speed thing there probably. So you get this now. If you hold the button down, you go super fast. Without it, you're just that fast. With it, you're this fast. The way that the ghost squishes, Wikipedia said it was like an attempt to sort of show like perspective, like you're that much bigger than the ghost, so you're just like looming above them, or I don't know. It doesn't really work visually for me. I guess if I was an elite Super Pac-Man player, I could time that right. You can get up to 5,000 for something or other. So the ghost's fleeing sound sounds a lot like the bonus sound, which is a little confusing to me. Man, we're eating more burgers than Wimpy. Can eat all your burgers, Ghost. No burgers for you. Uh-oh. Oh, they're ticked off. Oh, jeez. It feels difficult to hit those corners, you know? There weren't, like, sort of single width edges like that in regular Pac-Man, were there? Not even on the high score yet. MAME identifies this as having a parent ROM of MAPE, so if that's correct, then this, the arcade board was based on the arcade game MAPE rather than on Pac-Man, so I guess MAPE, like, probably just was more capable. Wait, what was I you can't get this as the key, you have to, okay, let's try again here. I mean, I'm sure MAPE had a little more powerful base hardware than Pac-Man. Pac-Man was pretty low power, that's what makes it so amazing. I mean, Pac-Man's just, like, so smooth. And it sounds amazing, even though, you know, I'm sure the sound capabilities are limited. I'm in trouble? No? Okay, well, I guess you should be. Oh, it's so hard to steer at full speed. I shouldn't. I should learn not to hold the speed button down. But I suppose when I get the super pellet, I should be going for eating all four. I should be going for a power pellet. I'm dead. And eating all four ghosts. Uh-oh. That was not smart. Because that's where you get the 1,600 points. Yeah, see, that sounds like the bonus thing. It's confusing. Oops. Why do they pause like that when you're going for the corner pellet? Well, I didn't do that quite right. Well, now we get some healthy fruit. Or are they just candies of fruits, you know? They could just be candies. So why don't I do this way? Oops, well that was a waste. Oh, I'm terrible at this game. Wow! I thought I was dead. I'm probably still dead. Nope, not quite. Oh, they just go through, so they go through the doors, right. I mean, I guess you could say that figures, but, you know, why don't they just go through walls? They're ghosts. Are these, like, anti-ghost walls. Ah, God, wow. I just can't seem to get 4 ghosts. Sucks. I mean, I suck at this game. Dang it. What? Ugh, didn't open that door. Oh man. Doing worse. Oops. So if you're gonna go in the ghost house, I think I've figured out that you should do that before. God, I just can't get over there. Before you... God, I'm terrible at this. Before you eat any other ghosts, otherwise the other ghosts will respawn in there. Of course, if you're in super form, that doesn't matter, but I keep thinking that's a power pellet or something. I guess that appears when you've eaten a certain number of the things, like in Pac-Man, the bonus appears when you've eaten a certain number of dots on each level. Yeah, when you're going for that upper corner... Wait a second. Oh, I guess I was... Was I in super? I guess I must have been. I don't know. This is confusing. Ah, it didn't go up. I stink at this. I'm using the fast forward button and MAME to skip some of this stuff out of frustration. I can't do this. It's so hard to steer through those narrow... It's not even the narrowness, right? It's like somehow the fact that there's no thickness to the thing I'm trying to navigate through somehow makes it feel harder. Can that be right? Like, is that just a mental hang-up? What is that? Finally. Gosh dang it. This whole key thing is... What? Gosh. What? What was that? Do you die in the ghost house if you don't have the super? But you can actually go in there at any time, I think. I didn't... Uh-oh. Well, that was... What killed me in there? Oh, God. Can't handle this game. Jeez. Oh, heck. Jeez. I should show the logo. The logo is awful. I guess they didn't have a whole lot of graphic memory left for a logo sprite, but it's pretty bad. Ugh. Now I'm... no. I keep getting the 200. This blows. Who's gonna do that? There were so many chances not to die there, and I took none of them. Gah. Oh. So I guess the maze doesn't change. Somehow I thought the maze would change, but I guess it isn't, is it? I mean, it kind of looks like it changes because the main item you're eating changes, and that makes it look a lot different. The actual layout stays the same. Can't go in there once you've done that, so then... Oh. What the heck? There's still doors, but I've eaten all the keys. That's just the way it's going to be. Increasingly more doors left unopened. Don't really like that strobe. Hey, we get alone. Did I already get to this one? I probably did, huh? That's just weird, though. Look at their eyeballs. Oh, yeah. No. No. Dang it. I keep getting 200 every time. It's uncanny. Oh. Ooh. Sheepers. Wow. Yikes. That was a little wilder than I meant to get. Surrounded by ghosts in the ghost house. Shit, what the heck? There's something I'm doing wrong there. Like, one thing stops right away. Whoa. That was input error. So one side stops moving and then you're not going to get it. Well, I guess you could still get it. I don't know. Oh. Got an orange ghost just rotating in there. Yeah, it's not like you can really go into the ghost house if you don't have the Super Pac-Man thing, because you're just gonna run into a live ghost. That's weird, so they slowed down there. They slow down in the center lane. Even if they're not going through the tunnel. Sunny side up eggs. No, boring. Like, it does feel like you're kind of hamstrung a lot of the time because you have to go track down these keys in order to become effective, sort of. Well, that was brainless. Ew. Yeah, that center lane is funny. The whole lane slows him down, not just the tunnel. So it seems like there's 2 doors left. Locked. That's my amazing analysis. The eating sound doesn't really make sense because it's like 2 eating sounds when you eat one single thing because they're these big fruits now, not little dots. Oh, that sucked. Yeah. massacre of possibilities. Oh, they're faster than me now. Uh-oh. Ah. I did it. I got the #1 score. I'm trying to decide if I want to play again. Maybe I'll give it one more stab. What's with the question marks? What? Of course, this was after Miss Pac-Man, right? Wasn't Miss there? There's the logo. Look, it's so tiny and hard to read. Like Miss Pac-Man was 81, I think. Is that Pac-Man? I don't know. But yeah, but that was a hack made by some American college students. So Namco wanted their own Pac-Man sequel since they'd been just sort of resting on their laurels, as it were. So they got Iwatani, and they're like, Iwatani, make us another hit Pac-Man game. He's like, no. You can use the Mappy board. It's got more stuff. You should be able to make a much more awesome game than Pac-Man. He's like, yeah, okay. We'll try. And this is what he came up with. What if Pac-Man could grow real big? And, you know, people like the bonus fruit, so what if it's just like all bonus fruit? What if it's even cooler stuff like hamburgers and you know, what's something like that? Oh, God. Oh, donuts. Yeah, donuts. Everybody likes donuts, right? And what if you can go in the ghost house? It's just this kind of like... He thought he was giving people what they had dreamed of. But turns out... You know, doesn't necessarily make for an awesome game. Just... Oh. I'm gonna die. Ow. Just piling on everything everybody wanted in one thing, senselessly. I get it. Shattered doors. Uh-oh. Yeesh. I always forget about that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, no, that must be what happened. Another ghost spawned in right there, right on top of me before. That must have been what got me before. The bonus thing is getting real disappointing. Like, And I was just messing around before I started recording. I got 5,000, I think. But no, it's just not. Just getting the minimum each time. I've broken it or I've broken myself. The ghost AI makes it sort of easy to route them down wrong alleys in some of the lower sections here. At least that's what it feels like, I'm probably imagining. Gosh, and I don't like... Just brain dead. I don't like the way that, that there's 2 doors left unopened at the end. I guess it depends on the order in which you eat the keys. Because, like, do their spheres of influence sort of overlap? In terms of which doors they'll remove. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if the speed changes, but it might. Well, like the ghosts get faster. Oh, wow. I'm doing really bad. Yeah, that's real smart. It's 200. Live it, love it, be it. I guess the, there's doors left. Just, I can't maneuver in this. Iwatani, your movement algorithm was not made for edge walls. It needs 90-degree corners. Which feels great on 90-degree corners. On sharp corners, it feels crummy. It must be mental though, because it's gotta be like you just gotta turn ahead of time and it'll go in there. Yeah, it's gotta be what it is, like it always is. Okay, one more try, but man, there's just too much to do, because like you get the Super Pac-Man, then there's all these different things you want to do, or you get a power, because like, do I go for the Super Pac-Man, and then I can just, turbo around and get the ghost that way? Do I go for keys? Do I go for... breaking doors? I don't know how I ever did that without just 200ing before. It doesn't really feel good to have like super speed and then lose it. But it also doesn't really feel good to have super speed and then be careening around the maze and you can hardly see because of how big Super Pac-Man is. And well, I have no excuse for that other than I guess it's just there's this complication of what to go for. Like in Pac-Man, that's not so much a problem, but in this one, you've got the complication of the keys and the two types of power pellet. So that's two more things you have to think about going for. I don't know what that was. Well, why? Why? Shoot. The maze doesn't have anywhere near the flow of the original Pac-Man maze, partly because of these sharp corners. The cul-de-sac at the bottom. Oh, that's not gonna... Okay. Maybe this will have to be the last one, because I just can't concentrate. But I mean, I probably have this problem with regular Pac-Man too. After a few plays, I'm just kind of like, I gotta stop and come back again some other time. Oh, that was good. And then there's that thing, so that's another thing to think about. Oh, I mean, Pac-Man's got fruit in the middle, of course. Ah, go. I can't. My brain is dead, apparently. But yeah, just navigating. Doesn't feel as intuitive with these sharp edges. Well, that didn't work out. Oh, so key doesn't matter. I seem to run into bad results when I just go for a bunch of keys at the beginning. Oh. Well, oh. Does the object that blocks in the first square ever appear in the second square? No. Is it impossible for me to get a match, or is it just really unlikely? I guess it's more likely that it's just really unlikely. Well, I did good there. Well, and then of course there's all kinds of cul-de-sacs if you get stuck behind a door that you haven't unlocked. Sort of needless. Uh-oh. Oh man. I gotta. Oh, I'm gonna. Okay, focus. Come on. It's like I've lost the will to do this anymore. It's even worse than my sort of similar Pac-Man burnout. There's too many different things to try to juggle. In the corners. See, it's like, I don't know. Can't ever get anything there. This thing is really bumming me out now. It's like, hey, you failed to get a match again. Have fun with that. And then you can get keys that have no use after you've crashed through enough doors. I mean, it makes it does feel kind of messy in a sense. Oh, that's maybe unfair. Like, it should feel cool that there's multiple ways to do stuff, but it doesn't really feel cool. See, I did that in the wrong order. You got... That's good. It does feel like you could really learn to mess with the ghosts here because of the way you can kind of get all these dead ends. Or just sort of blockades. Donut stage. God, what am I doing wrong? Hamburgers. Get your hams. That's real smart. Just eat all the Super Pac pellets right away. I don't. I've done something wrong there. Something locks the first one and then it never gets a match. Don't understand. Well, they're too smart for me. That was brilliant. Sigh. Okay, don't eat both super pellets. Okay, well, we got that far. Now, what I should have done was just gone for the second. They don't go through that door. Well, we seem to have hit a loop here. I could just sit here all day, I guess. That's kind of a problem in the arcade. I mean, there you go. You know, you just stand here and I don't know how many people would be thirsting to play Super Pac-Man, but, you know, you could just sit here until somebody got mad enough that they either unplug the machine or they, like, just hit your hand on the stick and forced your guy to move. You can see if it speeds up. And yeah. That's not so great. You tiny. Are there spots like that in Pac-Man? I don't think there are, because don't the ghosts... I don't know. I guess maybe you can do this in Pac-Man at certain spots. I don't know. I have to look that up. I've never seen anything this bad in Pac-Man, though. I'm in the house eating all your ghosts. Oh, cool. Oh, hey, I got a match. Whoa. Oh, 2000. Okay. That was a scary sound it made. At first I thought it said 20,000. Okay, you wanna go ghosts? I don't like the ghost eating sound. How could the sound be so much worse? Ah, I keep thinking I'm gonna start down here. I don't know why I keep thinking that. Well, I guess you kind of start in the lower third of the maze or so in Pac-Man, right? Because the ghost house is more in the center of the maze in Pac-Man, and then you're below that. Oh, that didn't pan out. Oops. 400 at least. Eep. Oh yeah, that was something Wikipedia said. It said as you go farther, the keys will operate doors that are farther away from where the key is. So that just opened, that last key I got, which was kind of on the left side, opened a door that was almost all the way over on the right side. Because, you know, that's intuitive. I guess that's the other problem with this. Is that there's this disconnect between the keys and the doors, and how there's no real way to know unless... Okay, I got the next cutscene. Those are kind of cool. Why can't I just play? Give me a level like that. Maybe I really have the board power for that. Oh, now we're just gonna get big scores. If I can... Oh, yeah, we should have done that before, huh? Get into... Cakey. Well, so now the base items are worth more, right? That was dumb. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, well. Shit. Oh, that was horrible. Ooh. Oh, dear gosh. I didn't mean to go down that long lane. Well, 60K, take that, Iwatani. I played your quote-unquote boring game. I got cake. It's kind of cool music here. I mean, the other design problem, of course, is that with more powerful graphics hardware, you could have more colors on screen and stuff, but you kind of lose the sort of, you know, amazing color cohesiveness that Pac-Man has, where, you know, he's working with fewer colors, and so because of that, you had to kind of fuse everything together into this extremely tight palette. And it worked real good because he kept it simple. Boip. Well, here we go, Super Pac-Man. Will I ever get the urge to try playing this again? I don't. Still got Pac-N-Pal to play, though. And in that one, it seems like Iwatani was like, okay, Super Pac-Man didn't quite hit. It's kind of boring. You know what Super Pac-Man needs? It's funny that the giant-sized Pac-Man sprite is really not very round. It's more like a square with round edges, but you know what Super Pac-Man needed, Iwatani thinks he's realized when he goes to making Pac-N-Pal? You needed somebody on your side, kind of, who is stealing your stuff? It's weird. But maybe he felt that additional agent of sort of chaos, I don't know if they're randomized or not, would sort of keep mixing things up and keep them fresh. I suppose in that one, maybe you can't just end up in a corner with the ghosts all revolving around separate, distant parts of the maze and nothing happens. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe we'll find out. So yeah, I guess that's the next Pac-Man game I'll have to play, because I got that ROM out of Pac-Man Museum Plus also. So yeah, what did he... It's 5 ROMs. Pac-Mania doesn't... It gets stuck after a while. But I couldn't play Pac-Mania anyway, because there's gross color strobing effect when... Was it when like a power pellet's wearing off or something? That one keeps feeling like it's gonna trigger a migraine. So I don't play Pac-Mania. So but the 5 from Pac-Man Plus that were extractable. So Super Pac-Man, Pac and Pal. Oh, the Japanese ROM for Pac-Land. Pac-Mania, and Pac-Man, which is like the original Japanese Pac-Man. So it's funny because it seems like Pac-Man Plus is using the Japanese ROMs for Pac-Man and Pac-Land, except that it doesn't show like Pac-Man. It doesn't show like the Japanese names of the ghosts. It does seem harder though, which is weird, but maybe I'm just imagining that. But Pac-Land, I think the rumor is or something, according to Wikipedia, that the American version of Pac-Land was like sped up, like the speed was doubled or something, so it was a lot harder. So seems like for the Pac-Man Museum Plus compilation, they wanted to go with the easier ROM for Pac-Land, so they used the Japanese one, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I would have to take a closer look at that Pac-Man ROM. It just seemed like there was less time to eat the ghosts. Even on the first stage, there didn't feel like there was much time to eat ghosts, which felt weird. But otherwise, it just looked and played like regular Pac-Man, so that didn't seem that exciting. It didn't say Pac-Man anywhere, as far as I could see. I don't know. So I don't, I guess I don't know if maybe this ROM has been changed somewhat from the actual arcade gameplay. I have no idea. But it's always kind of weird and awkward. I think those corners, it is just like a mental, well, it just feels like there's going to be less input time to hit some of those corners, but it's not really that way. Well, it is if you were coming, if you're going horizontally through the lane that's just below the center lane, and you wanted to turn down one of those vertical shafts on the left or right side where you're running across edges of walls, then you do have a very short input period there. You can't just push down as you're approaching the corner, because you'll go then down the lane ahead of the one you want to go down, which is not really a thing in Pac-Man, because you've always got some kind of adjacent wall space in which you can trigger your turn. I don't know if any of what I just said there makes sense without a diagram in front of you. But anyway, it definitely makes it feel awkward. And then you put on top of that the giant Super Pac-Man speed and sort of maze blocking sprite size, and it gets crazy. I mean, you don't have to hold the speed button down once you've eaten the super pellet, of course, but it's sort of like it's just this addicting blast of speed, and it's hard to sort of remember. You can take your finger off the speed button to slow down if you need to. But then, of course, when you do that, it feels like you're losing time when you could have been going for, the four ghost bonus or smashing more doors or just eating more stuff. It's just, just way more stuff to think about than Pac-Man. I don't know if that makes it a better game, and it doesn't feel like it makes it a better game. It feels like it makes it just messier and more confusing and stressful. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. So y'all have to just take a look at Pac and Ballad sometime here. This has been Super Pac-Man, the version from Pac-Man Museum Plus, Steam anyway, running in MAME. I tried. I got cake. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye-bye.